Hello, welcome back you guys. Sinead here with Free Tours by Foot London. Today I am north in Regents Park. I am on top of the amazing Primrose Hill, and what a view I have to show you in just a moment. Today we're going to have a look around the super chic, ultra bohemian and super rich, amazing Georgian terraces and Victorian terrace houses and a beautiful little village called Primrose Hill. But we're on top of a man-made hill here. Well, no, it's a natural hill in the middle of Regents Park. It's 200 feet high, and I just want to show you this incredible view of London. Not difficult to see how it inspired so many writers and poets over the centuries, and is now a neighborhood for the super rich, super famous and very famous actors. So we're going to have a look around, so stay tuned. One of my favorite neighborhoods, and certainly one, if I ever won the lottery, I would wish to live in. Let me check out the top of the hill for you first and show you an incredible view of London. So what I'm going to do for you guys, I'm going to walk in the reverse. I decided to start on top of Primrose Hill before I showed you around the neighbourhood, and then I'll show you how to get to the station I took today, which was Chalk Farm Station. But it's also in the close vicinity of Camden Station. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a lovely little look over here, and I'll show you the incredible view. Now, as you can imagine, this is worth coming up for. It's quite busy today, so I don't want to disturb too many people, but I will try to maximize it a little bit for you, and we'll do it quite slowly around. So let's go. So you'll see what you're looking at. Now, this is one of these preserved areas where they are not allowed to build in front of St. Paul's Cathedral. Now you'll see some familiar sights there ahead of you. There is the City of London with the cheese grater. You can see the walkie-talkie building. There is St. Paul's Cathedral and the Shard, so they can't build in front of St. Paul, so this area is completely preserved. And there we move a bit further over. There's the BT Tower. You'll see the London Eye, and all the way over to Battersea Power Station. So we'll just go on the other side as well. We'll include a little arrow in here with this. Now there's quite a few people around, so maybe, I hope you can hear me okay. People are enjoying the beautiful weather up here. So this is free of charge, ladies and gents, and one of the most beautiful places to see the entire of London. I'm going to stand back and just give you a view of the park. So you'll see as well what I had mentioned before on the Regents Canal walk. There is the aviary, the Snowdon Aviary, which was built for exotic birds from Africa and Asia. I believe it's now going to be redeveloped into the monkey enclosure. Just one last one. Stunning views. And there's an inscription up here as well, you guys, by William Blake. Now there's a few people sitting on it there, but it reads, "I have conversed with the spiritual sun. I saw him on Primrose Hill," by William Blake. But of course the area has inspired many. He's a poet and writer and author. In the area itself lived William Butler Yeats as well. Now the hill itself, in recent years, the park was made public in 1962, but it would have been hunting ground originally, of course, for that great King Henry VIII. He made all the parks his hunting ground. The land was acquired by Eton College in the 19th century. Now when the railways expanded, it was built directly underneath this hill, and of course you are very close to the canal. But what I wanted to show you as well is just this, and that is a map when you head up here as well, you guys, and it shows you all of the buildings right in front of you. Now this has also been a site of Druid worship over the years, and actually an execution site at one time or another. Now of course in Georgian times and prior, it would have been used for dueling at dawn. Gentlemen came here to defend their honour and fight to the death and duel to the death. So just to give you an idea. So this is the northern end of Regents Park. And it's a stunning park, one of the royal parks. Primrose Hill itself, of course. This hill is 200 feet high. It was also where H.G. Wells, if you remember that movie, The War of the Worlds, and the book, of course, the Martians attacking London attempted to set up their headquarters here on Primrose Hill. And it was also used in the movie 101 Dalmatians, where the dogs escape Regents Park and they attempt to rush up to the hill section here. But we're going to head down because I wanted to show you around the neighborhood as well. Stunning neighborhood. Now the views, you really can't do it justice yourself with a camera. This is something you would have to see for yourself, folks, and I strongly recommend that you make a trip to Primrose Hill. Now we'll try a little bit more maximizing. Okay, so you're going to hear a lot of wind there, folks. It's super windy up here today. But I'm going to come down and I'm hoping you can hear me a little bit better. So these are the amazing views on the way down. We'll try and maximize it a bit more for you. There you go. Now, in the immediate area, such a beautiful place. A lot of Victorian terrace houses and beautiful pastel hue Regency type houses were built. Had some very famous residents over the years. The wonderful author Sylvia Plath lived up here. Frederick Ingalls lived here. He was the co-writer and the friend of Karl Marx. Those guys regularly spoke at Speaker's Corner, and I will be doing another tour on Speaker's Corner as soon as it opens up. That's at the top of Hyde Park. And in more recent years, it's attracted some the press were known in the 1990s. They were known as the Primrose Hill set. And that set would have included Sienna Miller, the actress, Jude Law, Kate Moss, the supermodel, and Sadie Frost, Jude Law's wife. Oh, and several others over the years. And of course, James Bond himself is regularly spotted around here. So this is a park where you might often see occasionally paparazzi around here. They're always trying to grab a picture of the celebrities. But I mean, to be honest, in this neighborhood, people kind of pretty much leave them alone. They're entitled to a private life as well. So people are used to seeing these celebrities in the area. So nobody really jumps on top of them and asks them for autograph here at all, or apart from the occasional paparazzi you would see hiding in the trees or behind the trees. That's technically it. So I suppose the two biggest parks for celebrities would be Holland Park and Primrose Hill here. But we're also going to have a little look around the neighborhood. Primrose Hill is also referred to in the Beatles song, The Fool on the Hill. I think that was around 1967. It's a favorite song of the Beatles. So we're going to head down because I want to bring you down to the area called Chalcot Square. Now this is an exclusive square. I'm just going to let those people go ahead of us. This square was laid out between 1849 and 1860. Now I'm just going to minimize it again. So just to show you how to come back down. So when you come back down this direction, you come down onto what is called the Prince Albert Road. And that takes you into the little Primrose Hill village. So just to give you one look around again of where you go. So when you come into the park, you just make your way up to the top of the hill. But we're going to make our way back down towards the village and to Chalcot Square and Chalcot Terrace. Just want to show you some of these grade 2 listed buildings. They are just stunning. They're protected now. But the square that we're about to see shortly was laid out between 1849 and 1860. It was originally known as St. George's Square, but the name was changed in 1937. But they're beautiful, brightly coloured, Italianate, I think they call them, terraced houses.
So if you're enjoying the tour so far, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps others discover the video. If you'd like to see more videos like this one, subscribe to our channel. We have walks along the Thames, through Westminster, Camden, all over London. Visit our website for more about our tours, our travel tips, and more. We also have virtual tours and channels that focus on DC, New Orleans, New York, and more. Look for free tours by foot wherever you travel. You can support your guide with virtual tips, links in the description, and let us know what else you want to see. Leave a comment below. Now, back to the tour.
So the famous writer Sylvia Plath lived here with Ted Hughes for a period of time. She tragically took her own life at the tender age of 30. Over the years, Ed and David Miliband, the leaders of the Labour Party, and some very famous prominent Labour Party members. Robert Plant lived here, Alan Bennett, Harry Enfield, the famous comedian. So you get the idea. It attracts a big set of celebrities, artists, writers, poets, painters over the centuries. And one of my favourites, of course, the Irish poet William Butler Yeats lived here for a period of time. So we're going to take a little stroll just down on the right, and I want to bring you around just Chalcot Terrace and Chalcot Square. Chalcot, we believe, is a corruption. It was a farmland in the area known as Chalcot Farm, and that's where we believe Chalk Farm Station, which is just above Camden on the Northern Line, gets its name. Now we're going to have a look down there shortly. That's a lovely little village. Beautiful little bakeries and artisan craft stores and florists and coffee. Some really cute coffees down there, coffee stores down there. There's quite a lot of them actually. They like their little coffee stores around here, but look at the type of housing we're talking about. Now bear in mind, this is along Regents Canal as well. And don't forget, we've done a tour of Regents Canal. So keep an eye out for that one. An extension from Warwick Avenue or Little Venice is another video we've done. But we do show you how to get from Little Venice all the way down to Camden along the canal. And you'll see some of these beautiful houses. Well, the backs of these houses alongside the canal. But let's head down the Crescent here. And I want to show you the stunning colours down here. Now, this is the dream for me. I mean, this is, if I had unlimited amount of money and access to living in anywhere in London, it would certainly be here. I mean, this beautiful separate village, but yet so close to the lively Camden, and just an amazing place. And we're going to head down here. I love the fact that this building here, this brown building, has kept its authenticity, as opposed to all the other gorgeous coloured buildings we're about to see. Beautiful pinks and greens and blues, all pastel colours. I'll show you now in just a moment. Right, you guys, now let's have a sneaky look around here. It's just so pretty. Now this is where you get all the Instagrammers coming down here to get that perfect shot. They're doing some work on some of them. Look at these really lovely places. I think if I saw Daniel Craig in person, I'd probably pass out with excitement, but I mean, I'd probably be one of those hysterical fans, or maybe I wouldn't, or I'd act too cool like I didn't care, but really I would. There we go. Now look at these. Such a gorgeous neighbourhood. I mean, you're talking in the region of anything from 2 to 5 million up here. Maybe more. I know a lot of them are converted into flats and houses now. Apartments rather. Let's take you around the corner here. So pretty. The colours are so vivid. I really do hope it comes across in the camera. I'm going to cross over because it's going to give us a little better angle. But you can imagine why so many Instagrammers are heading down here all the time. It's a beautiful little neighbourhood. Those hidden away. I think people are probably going to be looking at me kind of annoyed I'm coming into their lovely area and filming around here, but I'm sure they're okay. They must be used to it at this stage. So we'll take a little scoot around there. Look at that, isn't that just gorgeous? Now I'm trying to be a bit respectful in the area as well. It is a residential neighbourhood, so I don't want to be too annoying. And there's a blue heritage plaque to Dr. Jose Rizal across the way. He was a Filipino and a national hero, actually. He retrieved a lot of artifacts that had been stolen by the British Museum, and he returned them to the Philippines, so perceived as a national hero. He lived in that address, and the blue heritage plaques are a great indication of somebody lived here, somebody died here, somebody worked here, somebody played music here. So if you have seen a lot of my videos, you will see quite a few of those that I tend to talk about. Now we're going to head around the square here, another very exclusive residence here, technically known as a garden square. And this is probably one of the most desired addresses in London, ladies and gents. And we're going to walk around it. I feel like I'm stalking a little bit, but I mean, it is public property. Now, you know that mostly, especially in these residential neighbourhoods, most of these gardens are known as key gardens, but I believe this one is actually open to the public. There's a little children's playground in there, and you don't need a key to enter in there. So it's a little busy now with the kids and everyone around, so I'm not going to head in there just yet because I'm more interested in these just buildings. Look at these. Now you are basically on top of Camden. Camden would be about 10-minute walk from here, and you can connect to the canal as well. Now let's just maximize it there. Let's just walk around the square. And I'm also going to bring you through the village as well. I mean, it's just so pretty. I find myself envious of people passing me walking into their homes. I'm so jealous. It's a beautiful place there with the pink door. Now, all grade 2 listed building, meaning they're protected buildings. So the road is closed here, but that's okay. You get the idea. I don't know what colour would I like the most? I guess, being Irish, I'd have to go for that light green, even though the yellow is beautiful, but I love the pink too, you guys. So yeah, one of the most desired addresses. And again, home to Sylvia Plath and Ted Hughes, and Ed Miliband lived here, and Robert Plant lived here as well for a period of time. So yeah, fabulous residential neighbourhood. Now I just want to show you where their little hipster coffee and artisan stores and craft stores and restaurants, beautiful restaurants, and their gorgeous little traditional British pubs where they can hang out if they don't want to go where it's too lively in Camden. But yeah, this is the borough of St. Pancras, Chalcot Square. Now, I hope you're enjoying the visuals as much as I am. And we're just going to make our way around here on Berkeley Road. And that's going to bring us out just a little bit further onto the High Street. Well, technically, this cute High Street. Now, thanks for joining me again on this series of walk with me's around London. We will be bringing a lot more videos to you. It's just to give you an idea of the greenery in this beautiful area then, as well as called Berkeley Grove. Pretty hidden away little London area. Now, a lot of people tend to miss these areas, so I'll just let this chap pass me here. There's Chalk Farm Baptist Church, and you have the Elgin Mews and MEWS we've spoken about before. Is street stables, former street stables, and the most famous mews of them all is the mews at the palace, where you can visit inside and see a procession of the Queen's beautiful royal carriages and a fleet of her cars, including her Bentleys. Getting a few little weird looks from them people, but that's okay. Now there's a lovely little store there, Greenbury. We have Primrose Pharmacy, Primrose Corner, and the bathroom. Now, just along here is the lovely cafe areas and little restaurants. So we're going to walk back up. I'll come back down this direction because this is where we head down if we're going towards Chalk Farm Station. Just wanted to show you a couple of the nice little stores along the way. And the floral arrangements. Gorgeous florists along here, but lovely places to eat and outdoor eating areas as well. It's real estate. Let's just have a quick look actually and see what £750 per week for an unfurnished, or 3,250 per month for an unfurnished apartment here. It's probably about 2 bedrooms. There's another beautiful street up there. It's beautiful flowers too. There's the charity stores along here. If you are a bit of a vintage shopper, folks would have some seriously beautiful second-hand clothing. Now this gorgeous little florist and fresh fruit, perfect. It's just a piece of graffiti I saw up here that I'm particularly wanting to show you. Just along here, there's Chamberlain Street right across the road. And I believe up there is where the likes of Jude Law is said to have lived. But I wanted to show you just this little bit of Sharples Hall Street. I wanted to show you, this is quite fun. Royals with Abitude. Money, money, money. And there you have a few. It's quite a fun piece. You would think that they might be slightly more used to people with cameras around here, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So, it's another little cul-de-sac up there with some lovely houses. And this is your fresh fruit and veg, which looks pretty good to me right now, the peaches. Now there's a very famous pub up here as well. It's probably one of the biggest local pubs in the area. It's called the Queen's Pub there on the corner. So literally, I'm with 2 of the iconic red telephone boxes across the way. So this is an Instagrammer's heaven, ladies and gents. We're all enjoying a nice pint. It's called Manic Monday today because Wimbledon is playing 16 matches today. So there'll be a lot of outdoor screens watching that. And here is where Frederick Engels lived, who was an associate of Karl Marx, a socialist and political philosopher. And he lived here from 1870 till 1894. a co-author with him on Das Kapital, and a regular speaker along with his friend Karl Marx at Speaker's Corner. So that's where I entered the park, directly across the road, and you make your way up to Primrose Hill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to double back, and I will pick it up from where we just left off there 2 minutes ago when I turned left, and I'll show you how you get down to Chalk Farm Station, ladies and gents. Pick it up again here. Look at this beautiful little florist, ladies and gents. Fitzroy flowers. And we'll just take you along the main street here to the outdoor dining, beautiful outdoor dining along the way. Reasonably quiet today, just so as you know, it's a Monday afternoon. It's actually 4:20, so still reasonably quiet, which is always a good day to film around here. Look how pretty these side streets are now. We're heading down here, of course, towards the main bridge. And this is where this particular railway goes all the way up into the Midlands. Now, we spoke a bit about the railways. The canals effectively were used first to ship goods all the way up to the middle of the country. But with the introduction of the railways in around 1837, the canals were no longer financially viable because the railways took over essentially. So the canals are more for pleasure walks now, and pleasure boats and boarding and supboarding and canoeing. But naturally, when the railroads were being built, it attracted a lot of navvies to the area and working class to the area. From Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales, they all came here. And that's when Camden pretty much built up into this very big working class area. Now you put a group of boys together who are doing 16 hours of hard days manual labor. Naturally, they enjoy a drink afterwards. And you put a combined exhausted laborer with a lot of alcohol on him, coming from 4 different corners of the UK, Ireland, England, Scotland and Wales. Naturally, there was a lot of disagreements, shall we say, between the nationalities. So in fact, they built separate pubs for each of the nationalities, and one of them is coming up here, the Pembroke Castle on the right, and that was for the Welsh. And you had the Dublin I'll just let this chap pass me. Then you had the Dublin Castle for the Irish, the Edinburgh Castle for the Welsh, and the Windsor Castle for the English. But the Welsh have taken on the English flag here at the moment, so outdoor dining there as well. And this is Regents Park Road. So just give you a little turnaround. So once you get to the Edinburgh Castle, you walk up the village there, straight to the corner of Regents Park by those 2 red telephone boxes and up the hill. And that's going to take us down onto Gloucester Avenue. And we make our way back down towards Chalk Farm Station, you guys. So there's the Pembroke. Beautiful Gloucester Avenue as well. And that'll take us over the bridge. We'll see where the railways run underneath it, folks. Now always be careful as well for these cycle paths, you guys. They tend to be quite aggressive if you're in their space. which is fair enough. It's easier to be. So there's a train going under us. And there's Primrose Hill. Cafe and espresso. Some more images there. The bridge. So it's quite easy to find, actually. All you have to do then is walk straight down this bridge here. Excuse me to the pigeon. This path here will take you all the way down to Chalk Farm Station. Now, Chalk Farm Station is only one stop up on the Northern Line from Camden Station. So literally, if you're finished touring Primrose Hill and you've got to the top of the hill and got some amazing photographs and a nice bit of lunch or a nice glass of wine, and you want to do a bit more shopping, then Camden is only to your right, and that is coming up very shortly. So just another one of the series of walks with me, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this little small meander today around the beautiful village of Primrose Hill. Little town there, one of the suburbs of England. One of these days I'll buy one of those big pink mansions and I'll invite you all over for fabulous champagne and coffee, tea and gin. And then I'll wake up from my dream, but alas, it's always so nice to have a dream. This is the Roundhouse, by the way. This is a very famous music venue. That's the back entrance to the Roundhouse. That was also a train locomotive, circular train locomotive, and over the years was developed into an amazing music venue. I've seen amazing gigs in there. Saw my last Prince gig ever in there as well. Hard to imagine we don't have the genius anymore, but I'm just going to show it to you actually. Let me just show you where it is. George Michael played a free concert in there for the NHS as well, but just to show you where you are right now. So right here is Chalk Farm Underground Station. So when you come out of there, you just make your way straight up this hill past the Roundhouse. And then if you wanted it further on, you just straight up there. It brings you up to the corner, over the railway bridge, into the little village of Primrose, and up through the park to Primrose Hill. But if you wanted to continue on your journey for some more adventures and for some wild fun and wild nights out and eclectic shopping, see the Goths and get some amazing food, you head into the amazing Camden, which is literally straight ahead of you, ladies and gents. Right down there will bring you into the Stables Markets and Camden High Street and the 5 different markets with an amazing collection of pubs and restaurants and market stalls. So this is the Roundhouse, you guys, and hopefully they'll bring us back to a day when we will all be able to crowd in together and see some amazing artists perform in there. Pink Floyd have performed in there. Actually, the Doors played the only gig in the UK in 1962 in there. But the likes of the Sex Pistols have been on stage in there. Prince, of course. George Michael, as previously mentioned. So an amazing music venue. Right, ladies and gents, so that's the end of my tour today. I do hope you enjoyed it. Again, stay tuned for more tours coming up. I'm going to head back here to Chalk Farm Station. Thank you most sincerely for joining me again today, and I really appreciate all the support and all the likes. We can always do with more subscribers, so if you have your friends that are interested in any of the tours, there's bound to be something of interest to them. Please share, hit that like and subscribe button, and hopefully we'll be seeing you all very soon in person. Links are underneath as well to all our public tours that are back up and running. Everything's running in London, folks. And if you're also interested in a private tour around London with me, don't hesitate to contact us directly and I can organise that for you to suit your personal tastes. But more importantly, thanks for joining me, ladies and gents. I hope you enjoyed this little meander and getting on the tube. Signing out from Chalk Farm in London.